Thank you, and please welcome Mike Sheinin.
So first, let me start off with a fact that is going to completely blow your minds, and that is that sports are different from sports video games. Okay, maybe that didn't completely blow your minds, but that statement is actually very true in many ways. We found three drawbacks of traditional sports video games that are not found in real sports. For one, there's limited opportunity for expertise development in simple skills like running or throwing. Two, there's little differentiation between the skill sets of different players. So for example, I can't really hold the movement stick down or press the pass button very differently than any other player can. And three, you don't get fatigued playing sports video games. And these are three very important aspects of real sports that are lacking in sports video games. And we feel this is because sports video games try to be, visually, the best simulation possible of the real thing. Characters look more lifelike than ever before, and these games use a ton of statistical algorithms to determine character speed and the successfulness of shots and passes. And this makes these games much less of a competition between actual player skill and much more of a statistical simulation. So what we have done is created a game called Jelly Polo, which uses small-scale exertion instead of traditional rate-based controls. Our game is very simplistic and only has two controls to worry about. The first is called impulse-based movement, where you have to flick the left stick in order to move your character, which means if you flick the stick faster, your character can move faster. The second control is precision throwing, where if you flick the right stick in the exact direction and speed that you want to throw the ball in. We have ran 3 studies. The first was to qualitatively show that using small-scale exertion, we can solve the 3 drawbacks of traditional rate-based sports video games, and we did. Our second study was to compare our game using small-scale exertion with the same game but with rate-based controls. And what we found was that our version was just as enjoyable and statistically more engaging than was the rate-based version. Our final study quantitatively proved that players did in fact get better, have different skill sets, and got fatigued over the course of a game, which means that we created the first truly competitive and sport-like sports video game. So now, instead of sports and sports video games being different, they can be closer to the same. Thank you.